Hello, welcome to Mowgli TV. Recently, someone posted on the Resolume forum a question that I was actually surprised to not have seen before, or maybe I haven't seen it before because everyone knows how to do this. But in any case, I thought it was quite a handy thing, and it actually explains a couple of techniques that might be useful for a lot of other things. Let's have a look and learn how to do this. So here we've got the case in question, which is a frame around the video or image. I'm trying to wrap my video's images around an aesthetically acceptable frame so that a video or image playing can be visually separated. Basically, a very useful technique for all kinds of compositing. So let's just dive into it. Along the way, we're gonna learn why you might need more than one transform, which is really the point of this tutorial, because it's a very useful technique to bear in mind when you're doing all kinds of effect stacking. So here we are in Resolume, and the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to add a solid color to my background layer just for clarity so that we see what is going on. Let's just trigger that and maybe change the color to something a bit less harsh. So next thing, I've got here this video clip, which is going to put just on the layer on top and trigger that. So yeah, we've got a video clip playing. It's as big as the background layer so we can see it. So the first thing we're going to do here is reduce the size of this. For this, we're going to use the default transform that comes with every clip when you load it on there. So if we bring the scale down a bit, okay, so yeah, that's already smaller. So what this person was asking was about putting a frame there. So we're going to go to our effects and we're gonna have another solid color here. We're gonna add that onto it. And as you can see, it basically just covers the whole thing. But you've got this very handy thing here, which is show image. There you go. So that's the frame. Now, the problem this person was having and was asking the forum about was like the fact that this still fills the whole thing. So how do you fix that? Well, it's very simple. You add another transform after the solid color. So if we just go to there and add another transform, we can now scale this whole thing entirely. You can change the proportions of the frame by scaling the one on top. So as you can see, you've got quite a lot of control using this technique. Let's change that to white maybe to make it look a bit more like a photograph kind of thing. And if you want to go a bit further and spice this a bit more, you can always add a handy drop shadow underneath the whole thing. And then you can have a bit of lift. Let's change the angle of that. Maybe bring the opacity down a bit and the spread down a bit. So there you go. Now this second transform allows us to actually do whatever we want with this as if it was a single image. So you can scale it and you can rotate it, which can be very handy. As then you can maybe like duplicate this. That, for example, change the angle of rotation. And there you go. You got a stack of photographs here, which are all playing video, which can be very handy to do all kinds of compositions with different videos, make it look like a set of Polaroids on or whatever else takes you fancy. Well, the example in this tutorial is to make a frame. Really, the takeaway here is to use several transforms when you're using effects. It can be really, really good to actually achieve things that you cannot achieve in any other way. If you step your transforms, you've got different levels of control over the size and rotation of what's actually happening in your effect stack. So next time you're stuck trying to achieve something and you're not quite sure, maybe this is the key to do it. So yeah, I hope you found this useful. As always, please like and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you next time.